Ba-da-da-da. Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
Ladies and gentlemen, KocoSports.com proudly presents Stop the Idiot. That's my best Coco impression ever. Of course, this
Right
is the
on.
idiot over here, Dave Coco from Kawasaki, Japan. We're joined by LK and myself here, Sexiest Man on all of Internet Wrestling Radio. Boom Boom here from Richmond, Virginia. And of course, we got a question here that got posed to us. And of course, if you've ever got questions, just put them down in the comments section. And if it's pretty good, I mean, we'll do a separate video for it like we're doing here. And the question it was, who would you take from WWE if you were All Elite Wrestling? And guys, that leads up a lot of questions there. Now, of course, some of the news circulating on the dirt sheets is that the Revival, Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis have all asked for their releases. Right now, from what I've read, comes from Dave Meltzer, is that WWE is not granting releases. I mean, they can, but they're not obligated to if someone asks for a release. So right now, they're not granting releases for obvious reasons. And then what they're trying to do is take people whose contracts are coming up, people like AJ Styles, people like maybe a Dolph Ziggler, and they're offering them big money contracts for multiple years. Obviously, because they see All Elite Wrestling as a competition, but not everybody's going to want to stick around. I know that Andrade Cien Almas, who just goes now by the name Andrade, has reportedly told Roosh and Dragon Lee, it's like, hey, WWE's not everything it's cracked up to be. So maybe some people aren't going to go. Remember, maybe some people are going to be like the Revival. They'll get fed up and leave, and maybe they'll go to AEW. But we kind of pop the question here. If you're part of WWE if you are in the WWE roster and you want to go over to AEW, does AEW want you? If you're part of AEW, who would you want? And realistically, I would say everybody. Yeah, let's bring everybody. Let's bring that Brock Lesnar kid in. Yeah, let's bring that Daniel Bryan kid over. Yeah, let's bring that AJ Styles over. Yeah, let's bring in Gallows and Anderson. Let's bring them all in. Yeah, that's great. But just for the sake of conversation, guys, realistically, who do you think AEW could bring over, and what would you do with them, and why? So, LK, you're the one that really, really high on this one. So, did anybody jump out at you first and foremost?
All three. Well, if Maria Kanellis and Mike Bennett count as one, we'll say Revival's definitely a big shout because then you could do the Revival versus Bucks, which has been teased forever.
Yeah.
And then you got Mike Bennett who could come over. The thing is, he's got some style, but more importantly, he's more from like when you talk about Mike Bennett or Kanellis, whatever he's called now, I picture his Ring of Honor days. I don't picture his WWE stuff. I can't really recall, and that's not knock on him. It's just he hasn't done much, and he was out with injury for a while. Revival's the big one, and I don't know if you guys read this or if this is just a different part. I read that Dolph Ziggler turned down a producer's role. Did any of you guys see that one? It was on Twitter. It popped up.
I have not seen that one. I know you mentioned it privately earlier, but I haven't. I mean, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying I have.
Yeah. It was on Twitter, and again, everyone's timeline's different depending on who you follow. But mine, like a couple of people saying, like Dolph Ziggler turned down a producer's role. I don't know if that's WWE telling him, "Hey, look, we don't need to wrestle anymore," and he's like, "Fuck off," or he wanted to be a producer as well. I have no idea, but again, it's just a tricky one because it's Twitter, and you can't really, say that's a fact. But the Mike Bennett Revival one is true. I mean, if you're WWE, you wouldn't give a release, would you? Like you said, why would you give a release? It's just plain dumb. And then you're basically telling everyone, "Hey, look, if you ask to go, we'll let you go." But I think the Revival's the big one because obviously the Young Bucks always did the stuff with the Revival on their Being the Elite YouTube show, if I'm right.
Yeah,
so that
the FTR. And I was thinking about that the other day, and I know there's like a 0.00001% chance of this happening, but hear me out here. I want the Revival to come in to AEW because I mean the feud's already there. The whole FTR videos, the whole it's like, well, you put out videos called FTR, you called us irrelevant. Well, here we are now. Won't you say it to our face now? And then just back and forth, and they have a match, and then they and this is where it gets crazy. This is the part where I think it's like next to not going to happen, but I think it would be awesome. Imagine the Revival wins with some unexpected help from Jim Cornette. and then Jim Cornette takes over as their manager, and they're saying, "Well, we didn't come here alone. We brought some backup. We wanted to go old school, and Jim Cornette, it's well documented that he legitimately hates the Young Bucks, but he respects Cody Rhodes, so that's why I think maybe there's that glimmer of hope. And I just think a Jim Cornette managed revival against the Young Bucks in this whole feud based around that would just be fucking money.
That would be really, really good. But like you said, if Young Bucks are high, they're what, executive producers as well, like
executive vice president, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been up like 10 minutes. So would you, as Young Bucks, go, yeah, that's a good idea, let's put our differences aside, or you know what, it's our part we're in charge. Why would we allow someone who's talked shit and rubbed a really bad name on us? Why would we give them a lot of money?
There's an earthquake in Japan right now.
Don't die, Dave.
Shaking pretty bad. If I die, make sure to update Koco Plays for me. Dude, what if that's my last words? The place is shaking pretty bad. Like, if I die, update Koco Plays. All right, go on, Jim Cornette.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you... I don't know. That's a real tricky one. I think that'll be really great if it happens. It's just if the Bucks would be willing to allow it.
Well, it looks like the Bucks would be open to working with people. And like I said, Cornette does not like the Bucks, but he does like Cody Rhodes. And I could picture them coming to some kind of agreement. And I think it's just one of those, well, we've got some differences. Maybe we can use that. And, he could put that in almost like he's shooting, like work a shoot. Just completely laying out why he hates the Bucks, why he thinks they're destroying wrestling, and why he said he was done with the wrestling business. Dasha Dawson, who is somebody it's a tag team he legitimately likes, and people have asked him would he manage them, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I could see me doing something like that." It's like I didn't want to do it, but these two guys asked me, and they said they wanted to lead a charge against you. I couldn't resist. I had to jump at that. And then plus, you don't have to pay him like $1 million, but I mean, just pay him,
nicely.
Just pay him, just give him a decent payday, and then you don't have to have him under contract forever and ever. I mean, you could run like a 6-month deal. I mean, I could picture like that feud going about 6 months, and have the Bucks chase the Revival, and then I would have the blow off match be something like a ladder match or something for the tag team championships where it just kind of ends with everybody kind of finding respect for each other. But that's just me.
Yeah, that would be great. Plus, Cornette's got that podcast as well, so he could promote on the show. Yeah, I like that idea. Actually, I really like that idea a lot. I hope it happens. I hope that's in the works.
It just not so fast, my fellow friends. I'm gonna die in this fucking earthquake. I don't know. Just fuck him. Jim Cornette, fuck him.
Yeah, but that's good. Storyline though, you got to admit that is a good storyline.
It's a good storyline, but the thing is, Jim Cornette complains about, like, if Jim Cornette only focused on the Young Bucks, then yeah, you have a storyline. But literally, like, he's Grandpa Simpson yelling at a fucking cloud. Like, he's just like, this is fucking horrible. This is horrible. Everything's fucking horrible. Jim Cornette would seriously hate the Midnight Express on his podcast. He'd be like, who the fuck is this guy with the tennis racket? It's bullshit. They're going on fucking scaffolds. Get the fuck. Like, he's just, I don't know. I love Jim Cornette, but don't follow your friends. Don't follow your heroes podcast because, dude, Jesus Christ, I thought I was a negative person. There's no way Jim Cornette, the podcaster, would like the Midnight Express. There's no way. So, like, why don't you just, like, start complaining about everything? You might as well just be a fucking YouTuber. The fuck is the point? Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. I love Jim Cornette, but I wouldn't waste my time. Plus, it would be different if the Revival couldn't cut promos. Like, I think you should only bring in a manager if they can't cut promos. Like, I don't know why. All of a sudden, they're like, we don't need managers. All right, let's give managers to the guys who cut the best promos. It's like, guys, that's not how any of this works. All this is done wrong. All right? If the Revival couldn't talk for shit, then they'd be like, oh, yeah, bring Jim Cornette in. But they can. They can cut promos. They can hold their own. Mm-hmm. Like if it was like, oh, Jim Cornette, he'll be, I don't know, with someone who doesn't have mic skills, that'd be on board. But really, it's just a fucking free payday for Jim Cornette. I hate when YouTubers take away money from me. That's
I,
gonna be
don't know,
like,
I think I'm still on Boom's side. I think it would be a really good idea. I think it would be a great program, and I think that people would get emotionally into that because they know of Cornette. And like, yeah, he comes on air and he says this stuff. Do you actually reckon he believes all that stuff, or he's just saying to get people riled up?
a little bit of both, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I don't know. I just like one thing I try to focus on my own shit, and I also, when I watch other people, I try to find out if they're genuine. And I listened to his podcast when I got it. It's just stick or he's, you know what I mean? Like, got it. You know, same thing with YouTubers. So, like, what do you think about this? And they're just like, everything fucking sucks or everything is fucking awesome. That doesn't take balls. It just takes fucking being a stupid ass character. What takes balls is be like, hey, you know what? Everyone likes The Undertaker. Not a big fan. Or it takes balls to say, this is unpopular, but hey, the Boogeyman was fucking awesome. You know, it takes balls to be like in the middle ground, you know, or hey, this is my real opinion, genuine opinion. It doesn't take, like, that's one thing I love about YouTube. Well, what the idea of YouTube is and what the YouTube used to be. It was just a bunch of genuine people giving their opinions. But then all of a sudden it became, oh, well, I'm a character now. I'm this, I'm that. It's just like, come on, dude. That's what television's for. Just give your honest opinion. Throw it out there, see what the world says. Don't sell out for nothing, bitches. And I think when it comes to Cornette, he just, I don't know. He's either a crazy person or he'll just say anything. You know, it worked for Vader, you know, rest in peace, you know. But I don't know, I just don't find it entertaining. Like, if you genuinely don't believe something you're saying over and over and over again, and it's just like, eh. And that's the thing. I would love to somehow pitch the idea of the Midnight Express fighting the Road Warriors on his podcast and him not realizing I'm pitching his own shit. He would definitely hate the fucking Midnight Express. That's a problem. When you become such a fucking hater that you would hate yourself, it's like, dude, that's called depression. All right. Good luck, Jim Cornette. But yeah, I don't think he's very consistent at all. And yeah, so that's me. But I wouldn't bring in Jim Cornette. But anyway, I don't know how this got all on Jim Cornette. Who would you bring in from the WWE? And we'll get to your comments in a bit. So, you want to go across the board, or do you want me to go first?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
All right. I think this is the obvious answer, so I'm going to throw the softball out there. But I'm also going to throw a softball out there like, dude, fucking throw some goddamn balls because I'm tired of not cheering for you. I'm tired of giving up on you. And Dolph Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph Ziggler seriously has to walk away. I remember I was, time runs out on everybody. Everyone wanted Dolph Ziggler to cash in. Everyone wanted Dolph Ziggler to get a big push. Everyone wanted to do that. And it never happened. And then he's like, oh, he's going to be a free agent. He's going to go to New Japan. Is he going to do something? And he just re-signed. I was like, fuck it, dude. Fuck him. I don't give a shit. Oh, wow, Dolph Ziggler's in a match. He's going to lose. What the fuck?
But that was that was a different time. That was a different time. Like now with AEW, with the money that's offering, it's a different ball game. It's a complete different ball game.
Great point. It is a different ball game. And I think this is his last chance. Let's be honest. Dolph Ziggler fans, pro wrestling fans that love the art of pro wrestling, I think there's a difference between the art of sports entertainment and the art of pro wrestling. I think there's
completely dead. They are two different things.
So I think the fans that are like the art of pro wrestling, if he doesn't get out of this contract and go to AEW, we just have to act like he doesn't exist. We shouldn't even fucking bring him up. You know what I mean? Like, here's your fucking golden ticket. You fucking drop the ball on the bronze ticket. Maybe even the silver ticket. This is the golden ticket. If you do not take this ticket, just officially be like, hey, bro, I'm not a wrestler. I'm a sports entertainer. Don't fucking try to cut those passionate promos because you're going to lose in WWE. All right? So it's your golden ticket. It's now or never. Tampa All-Pro. Anyone that gets that reference, give yourself a Barry Horowitz. Last chance, definitely. Because, like, seriously, I know this sounds sad, and I don't watch much WWE, barely any. But Dolph Ziggler became John Cena. And what I mean by that is, when he comes on my screen, It doesn't count. It doesn't matter. Why would I watch this? And as a fan of the art of pro wrestling, the fact that I compared you to John Cena, and that's on you. I know, and like if someone's out there like, oh, if someone goes, oh, but John Cena makes money, it's entertainment, blah, 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 then never call yourself a pro wrestler again. Don't cut those promos. Don't try to act passionate. Just say, hey, boys, I'm in it for the paycheck. I won't watch you, but at least you'll be honest. Anyone disagree, agree with Dolph Ziggler? And where are we going from there?
I think at the time it was a different, like it was a couple of years back now. And there was the option New Japan, and that was kind of it. Like Impact was on Pop. They weren't doing great numbers, and they weren't under the new management they are now. Ring of Honor was just doing stuff with New Japan, so they kind of count as one. Whereas now you got AEW, you got Impact under new management, which is actually having banging programs. You still got New Japan, AEW, Impact. You got Ring of Honor who's doing independent stuff now. There is lots of places to go. I think there's more places to go now than there was 2 years ago. You just don't realize how much more. And you got to remember, like it's easy for us to say, oh yeah, dude, take a pay cut from $1 million a year down to 200,000. But if
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, that's true. But Cody was treated a lot worse than Ziggler. At least Ziggler's on pay-per-views all the time. Cody was barely on pay-per-views.
To be fair, yeah, Cody gave up all that big money and he went on his own. And then after he went on his own, he said he had his first, quote unquote, 7-figure year. I think it was like the second, third year he was out on his own. So you make the money if you're willing to hustle.
I saw a video, and I apologize. It's one of those cultaholics or Wrestle Times or Wrestle Zone. It's one of those videos where they put out like 800 news videos a day. And there was a title, and it was like, why? I think, is that Cultaholic that does the Y series? I didn't.
No. That's What Culture. That's What Culture. Talk about Simon from What Culture.
Yeah. He did the Y, and like why? I didn't watch the video because I don't know. Sometimes you just get tired of YouTubers. Like when someone's like, "I'm tired of fucking watching," I'm like, dude, I understand, bro. Like I don't even get fucking personal, but I get tired of the fucking like. At first, I was like, this guy's not too bad, but then I was like, fuck him. And I go up and down. Sometimes you go back and watch another YouTuber. But anyway, I'm at the stage of fucking. But I like the topic. Like, why is Cody Rhodes? Why WWE losing Cody Rhodes is like one of the biggest mistakes in the world or whatever. I don't know. I'm paraphrasing. Go subscribe to their channel. But I think it is. I think it's a huge mistake. And I think they're starting to become like Nintendo, where they were dominant and just make mistake after mistake to make their own competition. Like New Japan, you should put that on the WWE Network. Bow. Now you own the second biggest competition. Cody Rhodes, re-sign him and treat your athletes with respect. Bam. No more AEW. Ring of Honor. I mean, I don't know. They're trying to NXT and out-muscle everyone, but the problem is that that's what Nintendo tried to do. Like, literally, all Nintendo's biggest competitions came from business mistakes. And all WWE's biggest competitions in this era have come from business mistakes. Can you imagine how much the WWE Network would be valued at in fans' eyes / price if you threw in all the content from New Japan World? If you threw in all the TNA content, if they actually treated it like an ESPN instead of, it's
not their content to put on there.
Yeah, but either ESPN, you could have worked out those deals. New Japan, you could have worked out a deal with New Japan. The network was out way before.
They do got, since they are with the ESPN umbrella now, they do have content. They do have world-class content. They have the AWA on there. They have
that's all old stuff. What do they have that's new?
I did hear they were trying to get an ICW show on there from a company in Scotland. I know that then maybe I think it was Progress at the time. I can't really remember at the time, but I remember it was about a year ago. Because they do these surveys, don't they? They do these surveys, don't they? Where I think they're called like a fan council or something, where they send out a survey and they're like, what these promotions do you watch? Would you be willing to pay a higher tier if we got multiple promotions on the network? So they're not stupid. They do know it's there.
I think they're beyond stupid. I think I honestly think a lot of people make fun of New Japan for not taking chances. I think WWE just happens to be a monopoly, so people forgive them. I think the network should have came out. Remember when ECW, like, I think Shane McMahon should be running the company. When ECW was on television and WWE owned it, they were talking about the network then. They would be bigger than they would be so fucking huge if they just listened to Shane. Second thing is they had all these opportunities and they didn't do it, you know?
Mhm.
And it's just, you know, I
think the reason the network didn't come about sooner is because back in that time the technology just wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah, but
dude, you got to how many people had broadband back then?
It wasn't back in the 80s, dude. It was kind of.
Dude, I think, like, you got to remember. When did the network come out? 2013, right? 2014. So it was 5 years ago. Even Netflix 5 years ago wasn't the fucking mammoth that it is today. Like, Netflix today is like you go to work.
Back then it was all DVD. It was like, you know, you order stuff. They send
I don't think so. I think you guys are getting your years mixed up where I am.
No, dude,
the network should have been. The network should be at least going on 10 years now, or if not older.
Okay, maybe they could have been a few years earlier, but like to say go back to 2001, dude, no way. Like DVDs, I remember my mum bought a DVD player for Christmas, and I remember looking at the Argos catalog. It was like £200 for this DVD player. It's like DVDs were the hot thing. Like, and then picturing them having a network subscription model, nah, I didn't think that's possible at all. I think no, because then people can't go on their TVs and load it up. They can't go on their PlayStations and Xboxes to load it up. They can't go on their laptops because laptops didn't exist. Yeah, maybe they could go on their PC and watch it. But dude,
what? Are we the same Bandersnatch? We're not in fucking caveman times. Be like, dude, in 2001, electricity did not exist.
I remember having a PC.
What is going on? Like, guys, it wasn't that fucking long ago. You're like, guys, computers didn't exist. Electricity didn't exist. All right, but we're getting way off topic. You want to go to some live comments? Or do you guys want to rock who you guys pick? Pick your first round picks. I picked Dolph Ziggler. Okay, who would you take if you're wearing an AEW ownership cap? Boo, you own the Jaguars. Boo. Go on.
I mean, I would say Revival, but we've already kind of covered them in quite detail. We don't need to go on another one of them rants.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? This is going to shock a lot of people, and I'm going to say this out of the kindness of my heart, and to prove how much I've matured as a human being.
Oh.
Zack Ryder. Guy's not being used. He's a good wrestler. He has a great fucking what he used to anyway. I don't know if he still does. Have a great following. People always chant, "We want Ryder." Dude, Zack Ryder. He's doing nothing. And you know what? Maybe gives him a chance to then be himself. He can do his YouTube stuff. I'll go Zack Ryder.
I think the only way Zack Ryder works is, and I don't know if LK remembers this. I'm sorry, we're old. Remember Boom Boom? I feel like we're like, LK, I hope you subscribe to the WWE Network. Remember when Stone Cold had that little pit stop in ECW?
Yeah,
and he just had an open mic and he was talking shit. I'm picturing ECW Stone Cold, but a little bit on the nerdy side. Like, not as serious. Like, more of an internet nerd meets Stone Cold in ECW. I think that's the only way it works. Okay, do you know what we're talking about? We're old.
Yeah. Understand.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that type of storyline might work. Anything else, I think flops. I think he has to go in there and just complain about WWE, but he can't do it the same way Stone Cold did, obviously. But like I know it sounds weird, but a nerdy, angry version of Stone Cold during his ECW days. So that's what I'm pitching. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm fired. I'll pack my stuff. All right, have a good day. All right, Boobs, make one pick, and then we're going to the Internet Infantry.
I try not to go like just blatantly obvious because I know people talked about Zack Ryder, people talked about the Revival, people talked about like somebody like Ty Dillinger. So with all that being said, I decided to kind of think outside the box. I thought about my first pick, who I would pick, try to go after, I don't know when his contract's coming up, but I think he's realistically somebody AEW could get. First round pick I would go with is Bobby Lashley.
I don't know. I got mixed feelings.
Look at his work.
Pitch Bobby Lashley.
Well, because I look at his work at Impact, he had like kind of like a LeBron James, Cam Newton gimmick, and he was just absolutely just massive. He was a killer. I mean, this guy could just manhandle you. I mean, he was just pretty decent. Like with sit down interviews, like the stuff that they did with him and Bruce Pritchard was really some really good interviews. Really helped flesh out his character. He could go in the ring, and then he goes over to WWE and quickly just becomes another guy. Just another guy. Remember that segment over his sisters won my Russo award this past year at the Triforce. Go back and watch that video if you haven't. And
when you don't watch WWE, it sounds like what Boom Boom was talking about was made up. Like I legit dude, that's not real. None of that really happened. Go on, Booms.
So that's it. And I just think if they just said, look, we may not be able to pay you like millions of dollars, but we're not going to make you like a fucking pogue. We're going to, present you like a real star, a serious character that everybody should take seriously, legit contender. I think he would go for it. And plus it would be like, plus we're open to letting you work MMA. If you want to keep doing that, that's fine with us. So I think it realistically could happen, but I don't know when his contract is up, though.
Okay, your thoughts on Bobby Lashley? Then I'll give my thoughts, and we'll go to Internet Infantry.
I mean, it could work. I just think that I don't know. I don't think realistically he would ever go now. I think this is where he's going to be for life now. But I mean, it could work. It's just he'd kind of. I think the vibe that I'm getting from AEW is that they're kind of like indie guys, as in they wrestle that kind of indie style. Bucks, Cody, Omega if he goes, even Jericho. They don't wrestle that, like you said, sports entertainment style. And I think Lashley really wrestles that sports entertainment style. So I don't think imagine Lashley versus the Bucks or Lashley versus Omega. Like that doesn't do it for me. I just think he wrestles the WWE style. That's where he first wrestled. That's where he should stay. I think, believe it or not, I think Lashley should stay WWE, and they should use him. They should fucking use him because he looks great. Can cut promos, not the best, but has veteran. Veteran, semi-decent character now. I mean, he won the IC title on Monday, so fingers crossed they do something with the guy. Because what they're doing is, this is how I feel. They're just signing people. They're just not of any purpose, not of any reason. Not going. You know what? In 6 months' time, that guy's going to be a star. It's like, let's sign him, come. Like, they're not putting any fucking thought into anything. I think that's the biggest problem. And the wrestlers should realize that. The wrestlers should go, hey, look, they're just signing everyone. What are they going to do with me? Because they've already got 6,295 wrestlers on the roster. It's...
Yeah. All right, Boom's pro Bobby Lashley. LK is negative Bobby Lashley. And I'm going to call it right down the middle. And I think he's more of a sports entertainment guy, but he can hide it. And, he is a bit of a musclehead. And I don't know if he'll blend in, but I think if he's the only sports entertainment big muscle guy, it's okay. Because then you're like, oh, well, he's the one. He's our sports entertainment big muscle guy. But then if you 1 or 2 or 3, then you became TNA. You know what I mean? And Paul Heyman said that about TNA. Like when I ran, not me, I'm paraphrasing Paul Heyman. When he ran ECW, he only had Terry Funk. The rest were all new, up-and-comer young guys. I know that sounds crazy considering how old we are. But they already have Jericho. So there's your one big star. And then you have Bobby Lashley. Well, okay, there's your one big sports entertainment guy. And that's it. I think if you go one step even farther, you became TNA at its darkest time.
Right. Here's a question. So again, they haven't got a TV deal now at the minute, so it's kind of not really questionable. But when they do get a TV deal, do you think they should produce a wrestling show? There's a sports-oriented wrestling show which won't draw and doesn't draw, or do they go down the sports entertainment route, which in the past, which is making weekly episodic programming exciting and edgy and different, which does draw? What would you do, like as a businessman? Would you go, look, we can make this wrestling show that's, you know, really sports oriented, rankings and championship matters, wins and losses matters, which might not draw the biggest audience, but will make a loyal fan base, or do what the casual fans want, exciting television, yeah, some good matches, but exciting television, compelling stories with crazy as fuck characters where you're excited to watch next week. What would you do? Because with the talent they've got, they're going to have to do the wrestling one.
I'm going with you have to stick with your vision,
which is wrestling. And do you think more people would rather watch a 5-star wrestling match than weekly compelling television where it's like, I can't wait to see what happens next week? Like Raw back in the day and Nitro back in the day when they used to put on edgy television, which, you know, I go back and watch and I'm like, dude, this is some of the best storytelling out there. And like, I think that as a weekly television show, you should be a television show. The pay-per-view should be where the wrestling is. Like, that's my philosophy, and I'll always stick by that.
I think they could do the best of both worlds. They just have to stick to their vision. And what I mean by that is I'm picturing being the elite, being the entertainment part. Okay, and then the wrestling's wrestling. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not WWE. It's still their vision, you know, because I don't know. I apologize. I get my co-hosts confused, but we've had this conversation with one of you two. I honestly think the episode, and this is my opinion, the comedy's hard. You know, comedy hits different people different ways. But comedy-wise, I think the episode where they were at the Tokyo Dome, had the New Year's party, and it ended with the phone is the greatest, and I mean this, I had put a lot of thought into it, the greatest entertainment for a pro wrestling company in the history of YouTube. Like, I watched it, and 3 or 4 days later, I was still giggling. 3 or 4 days later, I was like, man, I'm going to watch that again. If they stick with that format, dude, there was jokes in there that I was on a train laughing by myself. That doesn't happen in WWE. You know what I mean? Like, dude, and there's jokes where I like legit, and granted, sense of humor is different for everyone, so it's hard to say, but just for me, there was jokes in that episode that I legit laughed out loud and lost my shit. That's how they have to be. Being the elite, and that's the thing, they have to stick to their vision. As soon as they go, well, they don't do that. Oh, we got to be like WWE, or the casual fans, I think you lose them. But if they stick to their vision, and it's going to take balls, if they stick to their vision, the entertainment side's being the elite, the wrestling is the wrestling, I think they make pro wrestling cool again.
I think that's a great medium. I think that's a really good medium, and I hope that's got to be done. That's got to be done, because that way you're kind of appealing to everyone, aren't you, really? Because you got your great wrestling in there, you got your storyline entertainment values in there for the just casual TV flicker. Yeah, I think that should work.
Yeah, I mean that works. I mean, when people say, "Oh, what you gotta have like sports," you gotta do storytelling. To that, I say, "Por qué no ambos?" Why not both? You know, because imagine, like, let's just put this like the world of movies. Imagine this. Imagine like big climax of a movie, like the final fight in Rocky. Dave just got done watching all those movies.
I saw Creed 2, 970, dude.
You know, imagine watching the first Rocky, but you start the movie, you know, at the end, the last 15 minutes. Imagine starting the movie then, and then you're watching, you know, Stallone versus Weathers in that match, and the movie just ends. You're like, well, that was a good fight, but I just don't get the whole, you know, why, you know, why should I care? Or imagine another thing. Imagine something like an epic trilogy, you know, like Lord of the Rings. You know, just something. Just they build and build and build. They're headed to Mordor. They're headed to Mount Doom. And just as Frodo enters the cave, you know, to go up into the mountain, the movie just stops. It just ends, and the credits roll. You'd be like, well, why did you stop? I mean, you told me a great story, but you didn't have a good payoff. I feel like you gotta find that balance. You know, in wrestling, you have to have, yes, you've got to have good stories, good characters to get people into the door. But once you get them in the door, you've got to deliver now. You've got to have, you know, you have wrestler A versus wrestler B. I hate you. No, I hate you. And they're going to clash with each other. Once they clash, there better be some kind of payoff. You know, there better be, it's built up to this moment. Now they've got to deliver.
This is the last thing I'm going to say, and then I really want to get to live comments.
Yeah.
I'll rank you to 3. when WWE was a monopoly and there was barely anything for competition. There was a time where competition was so far apart. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
When WWE was at its peak of being as close to a monopoly as you can, I'll rank the 3 top best sports entertainment companies in the world. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
HBO Boxing, UFC, WWE. They were all sports entertainment, and HBO Boxing, rest in peace, did it way better than WWE did. I'd be like, here's a boxer from Abu Dhabi, and here's a boxer from blah, blah, blah. You watched the pre-show, and you're like, everything is on the line. This is the most important fight ever. And they're like 2-0-16 fighters, okay? But they got you pumped up. Same thing with UFC. Like everyone's like, oh, WWE is the best sports entertainment. Yeah, no, you are outdone. So like, just because it's sports entertainment doesn't mean that the actual event can't be good. You know what I mean? So rest in peace, HBO Boxing. Rest in peace. Live comments. Ewok from Endor. Much love, brother. Bray Wyatt, so he can be buried again. Ewok from Endor says, you guys are awesome. But there's a guy who keeps downvoting. There's like one guy that really just downvotes. It's like, come on, dude. Get your shit together. You need to promote your worldwide review coverage. Yeah, dude, we are. Look at this. Japan. LK is from UK. And Boom Boom is from America. There you go. So there you go. World Cup. We should plug that more. We should like have a t-shirt. All right. Dolph versus Kenny. Really? That would be awesome. The band is back together, Yuri Blake says. KocoSports Reunion Tour. Starring the idiot himself. Godzilla's Egg. Tokyo Splits Adam, David, Coco. The Room Shaker. The South Star, Bum Bum, the Great. And the Raging Englishman, London's Fallen, Big Ben's baby brother, and a loud one, Lord LK. All right, listen, folks. We need to get that guy's a hype man. We got to get that guy's a hype man. Yuri Blake, you're a hype man. Oh, my God. That was amazing. Ray Mastani, I would definitely take Mandy Rose. She's very delicious. Ray Mastani, don't die on you're the face of Koco Plays. Yuri Blake, Cornette is not going to go to where the Bucks are. He's too old for all the stress that are going to come with that. Maybe. Ray Mastani, I don't think so. I think he'll just do anything for money. I think if the Bucks are like, here's $10, he's like, let me get the tennis racket out. He's like, I was always working you. Cornette is not going to go. Oh, sorry. If Ray Mastani says, if AEW goes to TBS or TNT, it's game on, and a new era officially began in WWE versus AEW. Possibility. I mean, I don't like.
Dude, the people have this like thing where AEW is gonna have like 2 million viewers their first week. Dude, they ain't gonna have that. They ain't gonna have that, dude. Like realistically, come on. If they get over 500,000 viewers, I will donate on their first show. If they get over 500,000 viewers on their first show, I will donate £20 to a charity of anyone's choice. And I've said that here.
I thought this was getting crazy. I thought this was getting crazy.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm not putting too much in. I'm not putting too much in, but I generally don't think that that's the case. Well, dude, £20 in yen is like fuck me sideways. Like, oh, that's like
I'm retired. All right, forget it. I'm retired. All right,
that's like 30,000 yen, dude. Like,
well, I don't like it because you're basically taking an 0-0 fighter against Mike Tyson in his prime money-wise. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, well, he couldn't beat Mike Tyson on his first fight. I just want a product that is fun to watch, cool, and get behind. But when people are like, they're going to take out WWE, all it takes is them not to get good ratings on the first month, and people are like, oh, it's another bust. It's just like, no, let it be what it is. When it gets closer, you get to talk about that stuff. But when you start talking about AEW is going to take out WWE, WWE is going to take out AEW, it kind of, you're recreating TNA and in the bad era of TNA. And I don't want to do that. As long as it stays in business and it's entertaining, I'll support it. I would take Seth Rollins. Oh, this is Fred Yelly's list. I would take Seth Rollins, AJ, D-Bry, Ricochet, Velveteen Dream, Johnny Tampa, and many more. He did say Johnny Tampa. I added that. Don't forget Mandy Rose. All right. And Ray Mastani really loves Mandy Rose. Holy crap, there's a lot of text here. Scrolling up. I would get Mandy Rose, Bailey, and Sasha B on a lesbian trip. LOL. Bunch of middle fingers. I'm skipping this ahead. Full entertainment media, cop watching wrestling. AJ will end up in AEW. I hope so. I love the Nintendo analogy. So accurate. Thank you, Zach Rowe. AJ will end up in AEW, so we'll see CM Punk. I think, it's one of those things. I think if CM Punk doesn't show up at AEW, for me, being a huge CM Punk mark, I'm officially counting him as retired. You know what I mean? If he doesn't come back for this, he's not coming back. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. I don't know if people share that.
Right now, this is where I lose 20 pounds if CM Punk comes back. If CM Punk comes back, I've lost 20 pounds down the gut.
Yeah,
I think that'll be a big.
Is it 20 pounds per person?
No, dude, no, right. So if Punk comes back, I think that the amount of people that still talk about Punk to this day is astronomically high. Like, there's still people making YouTube videos saying CM Punk is coming back to WWE. If you type in CM Punk WWE, enter recent YouTube history, you will see a solid 10 videos in the last 24 hours saying CM Punk coming back to WWE, blah, 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 blah. Like, they love him. And I'm the same.
I love him.
I think imagine Punk. Imagine AEW's first TV show starting off with CM Punk in the middle of the ring cutting a pipe bomb promo saying this is, changing the game. We are going to change the game. This is going to be the place to be, blah, blah, blah. Dude, the guy doesn't have to wrestle. The guy doesn't have to wrestle. He can do commentary. He's fucking great commentator. I remember when he did the Raw commentary for months. He was amazing. Imagine him, Jim. No. Oh, dude. Imagine him.
Ross. I'm not a big fan.
Not Jim Ross. Imagine this. Him and Mike Tenay in a commentary booth. Holy shit. Take my money. I could just listen to them talk about anything.
All I know, if CM Punk shows up, I'm shitting my pants in excitement. Like, that's it. I'm just gonna run around and be like, "This is the greatest day of my life," and like, I'm just gonna my drawers are gonna be filled with shit, and I'm gonna be throwing money at the screen. I'm like, "Just take it all, young bucks. Take it all. Move in. My house is your house." And in fact, we're selling everything, and we're giving it to the young bucks. Bit of an overreaction, and Boom Boom's like, "Oh, that would be interesting." He fixes his tie. 5 years ago, Netflix was still pretty much what it is now. It just wasn't as popular. 10 years ago, DVDs were still the thing. All right, so Zach Fro's good. Will Beeman says, "Hey, I miss you guys." Yeah, well, hopefully we do more videos. One of us, I'm not going to say which one, but he has a Captain America shield behind him. One of us with the Captain America shield behind us got kind of pathetically depressed and just walked away. LK's like, why? LK's like, why did Dave walk away and not say anything? Boom's like, don't take it personal. He just left everything. So, yeah, if depression doesn't strike again, we'll be doing this more often. I don't know if I should be so honest with the audience. Boom's like, cut the mic. Cut the mic. I'm taking Dolph off the rip. All right. I'm surprised LK chose Zach. I think he used to hate Zach during the peak of his popularity. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think LK admits that.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna read 4 more comments. We're gonna stop at Franielli. So we'll read 5 more comments, and then boom, you're driving the bus to get this back on track. All right. Full entertainment media, cop watch, and wrestling. That's a long thing. I'm gonna call them full entertainment for now. AJ Styles, CM Punk will go to AEW. John motherfucking Cena. People will say this won't happen, but I promise you it will. We'll find out. I don't want to say never because, but I think if John Cena shows up in AEW, to me, AEW is dead in the water. Like, in my eyes, I know it will do good business wise, but it's like they've lost their vision. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as Big John shows up and he's like, hey, because like Hogan going to NWO, that was a big thing. I don't think you can recreate that. I think, I don't know, maybe I hate John Cena so much that I feel like it's a Family Guy joke. Remember Peter's dad hates him so much that when the Pope's like, he's not that bad of a guy, he heel turns on the Pope. That's how I feel like I would be with the Young Bucks. They'd be like, hey, John Cena's not that bad of a guy. He'd be like, I never knew you suck so bad, Young Bucks, like ripping up your AEW gear. I'm fucking out. So I don't know. It probably would do humongous business, but I can't. I can't get behind it. It'll be like this peak of pro wrestling. I'm like, nah, can't get behind it. I'm sorry. I'm out. Walking away. John motherfucking Cena will go to AEW, according to Common Bells. John Cena. Okay, we got a lot of people. Emma Rocca says John Cena will go to AEW. I wouldn't really be excited if Lashley at AEW. I think they could make it work. John Cena will go to AEW. All right, well, we got a lot of fucking people going to AEW. Either one dude with 27 accounts, or I do not have my finger on the pulse, Vince McMahon style. One of the two. Either that or it's probably a show and people are going crazy. If ideally you get the last one, we'll get back to you. Jesus, okay. You make it sound as though Lashley doesn't have potential to improve. I don't know. He is old. When you say potential, it's like, bro, you know.
Well, dude, I said he could be a big star. I said he could be a big star in WWE if they treated him right. I just don't think
Dave was the one banning him.
Yeah, dude. I said that.
I thought I called it down the middle.
I said in AEW, I just don't think he fits that mold. That like you said, like John Cena going just wouldn't make sense. It doesn't fit that mold. I don't think Lashley fits that mold. But I think that in WWE he's perfect there. I think he's great talent, and I think that he should be higher up the card than what he is.
All right. And last live comment. Wait. Hold on, Lashley. I think if Lashley is given the opportunity to work with the likes of Omega, Okada, Tanahashi, etc., that he'll be better. I'm okay with Bobby Lashley. I'm not okay with two Bobby Lashleys. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like if they were like, I got Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, I'd be like, bro, we're out. We're out. Jesus Christ, you're TNA. And I don't mean to knock on the new TNA, and I don't mean to knock on the weekly pay-per-view TNAs. I'm talking Dixie at her worst TNA. Can we let's call it something else, like Dixie TNA or Dixie NA, DNA. I got nothing, dude. All right, Boobs, put us back on track.
All right, people say we get off topic here on this channel. And so here we are now. Remember, we said we were going to pick 5, and now we're on pick number 2.
Oh, we can 5 together. We can do 5 together.
Yeah, right? 5 together. That makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess I'll start here. The next person I would pick, this is somebody I think realistically could happen because I think he's got a chip on his shoulder, doesn't want to leave the United States as a failure. I'm going to go with Hideo Itami. He goes back to being Kenta, goes into AEW, and just goes on a fucking murder spree.
That's a really good idea. Like, Booms, give yourself a Barry Horowitz +7. Good job. What's your thoughts on it? Okay, that's you, brother.
I think it just, I'm selfishly, I just want to go back to Noah. Like, I wouldn't want to see him anywhere but Noah. Like, I'll accept WWE and I'll accept it.
The reception he would get back at Noah would be ridiculous.
And then
fucking joy.
Dude, that's just like I can't picture him in an AEW ring. I don't want to picture him in an Impact ring. I want to picture him inside the fucking ring with that green, beautiful mat. Him standing there with a smile on his face. Fucking Marufuji crying on his knees. Oh, dude, don't. Too much. But yeah, Noah had a really good 2018. So fingers crossed they have a banger year this year as well.
What about this? What if we come to the middle ground? I'm being a bitch here, right? The middle ground. What if he goes to AEW for like 2 years and rebuilds his reputation, and then he goes back to Noah with his hey guys, WWE sucks, but
he could do both. Or he could do both because if they just do like say one show a week, their TV tapings, goes to the TV tapings, back to Japan, back to Noah, back home, Kenta. You heard that? Back home.
That would be amazing.
I think he could do both.
Kenta, just leave.
I mean, because
just leave. Anywhere would be better.
Dude, he's in the cruiserweight title match at the Royal Rumble. It's him, Tozawa. Let me have a quick look. I got on my notes here. It's him, Tozawa, and Kalisto and Buddy Murphy in a 4-way at the Rumble for the 205 belt.
See, like I stopped watching WWE. I just peek in every now and then, but I think Royal Rumble and WWE. I mean, I'm sorry, Royal Rumble and WrestleMania is a staple, but Royal Rumble first. And on top of that, I remember even when I hated WWF, I was a WCW guy. I still watched the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. So I think I'm going to become that fan. Like, I'm going to check in on the Royal Rumble. I'm going to check in at WrestleMania. I'll see you next year. Let's do it again. I think that's going to be my WWF fandom. So people are like, are you banning WWE? I'm like, no. Are you a WWE fan? 2 events a year. 2 events a year. The Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. And if you fuck it up, there's no... Oh, don't fuck up the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. You can fuck up the rest because I don't watch it. But just make the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania good. All right. Okay, you're number 2.
Oh.
You want me to go first? What you think?
Yeah, you go first. What I think.
All right, I got 2. Can I get 2 out of the way right now? Can we do that? Is that against the rules?
Is it a tag team?
No, it's not a tag team.
Oh.
Do 1 at a time. I'll go 1 at a time. Finn Balor. Fuck WWE. Just Finn Balor go. Finn Balor go. Finn Balor versus Kenny Omega go. Because obviously AEW signed Kenny Omega in my dreams. Just go. Finn like I don't even what? I don't even need to talk. Come on, dude. It's Finn motherfucking Balor. What is he doing? Oh, he's gonna lose to Brock Lesnar and it's an honor? Get the fuck out of here. Hashtag fucking not a spoiler. Hashtag fucking come on, seriously. You don't fucking know the results. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. Goddamn Finn Balor, one of the greatest goddamn wrestlers of all time. It would be no All Elite. There'd be no The Elite. There'd be no Bullet Club. It all started with that sexy motherfucker. Finn Balor, come on home. You know what? AEW hasn't even existed for more than fucking 3 months. And that is the house Finn Balor built. Finn Balor, come on home. Anyone got anything to add to Finn Balor? No? Okay, who you got?
I'll go. You said it earlier. I'll go Ty Dillinger. He's not being used, and I think he's a great wrestler, and think he could do something. I think he's just being wasted there. But is what it is. Poor bastard. Yeah, Ty Dillinger. Not much. I'm trying to think of the WWE roster. I think I might have to get the Wikipedia page.
I got another one. Here's the thing about Ty Dillinger. I know he exists, but I don't watch much WWE. So that's it. That's my knowledge of him. Like, okay, your wrestler exists. Boom, boom to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any opinion on anything? You're so tired. Boom.
No. On Finn Balor, I mean, yeah, I agree with it. I would love to see the old Finn Balor back and just kind of see, like Omega versus Balor. I mean, when Omega joins up, I mean, my God, that's like shut the fuck up and take my money. That's a great one. As far as Ty Dillinger goes, I mean, Dillinger is someone who got the shaft after like a lot of people, after he left NXT. He was a workhorse. He's a guy who for all intents and purposes should not have been over, but got over because he worked his ass off and people loved it, recognized it. They popped for him when he entered in it. Perfectly enough, the number 10 slot, the Royal Rumble.
He's the 10-10-10 guy. He went against Nakamura.
Yeah, the perfect.
Yeah.
I know who he is.
When he does get a match, it's something like he jobs out quickly to Nakamura, or he's wrestling like pretty much the house show circuits. I don't even know if he gets on like main event or anything.
Interesting.
So I'm on WWE's Wikipedia page because I'm trying to find the list of WWE personnel. And before you get to the Raw male wrestlers and the SmackDown wrestlers and everyone, McMahon family, and it's everyone else. That's fucking brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant.
All right, Bill. Before you want to go one more round, because I got the guy. Now that you have the list up, he's pretty high on the list. I'm gonna go. All right, I'm going with my guy, Apollo Crews. Apollo
Crews would be good.
You have no fucking idea. Like, dear WWE fans, dear sports entertainment fans, unless you watched him in Dragon Gate, you have no fucking idea the level of awesome. Let's say you think his level of awesome is here. If you've seen him in Dragon Gate, his fucking level of awesome is like off the screen. It's through the fucking roof. It's to the Mars. To the Mars. The English, I'm good. To the Mars. He's the greatest fucking human being alive, and no one knows. No, I feel like okay, if you watch Dragon Gate and you've seen him in Dragon Gate, I tip my hat to you. You know what's up. But for the rest of the world that's never seen him in Dragon Gate, I don't want to over-exaggerate. He's the greatest human being to exist. There. I'm glad I got that off my chest. LK, your thoughts on the greatest human being ever to exist in Dragon Gate? Oh, I'm sorry, Yamato.
Dude, yeah, I was literally about to say, I thought you were a Yamato guy.
I am a Yamato guy.
Do you remember I talked about on the I think it's the year-end award shows, they need to put the belt on KZ, and I keep saying they need to put the belt on KZ, they need to put the belt on KZ. Pac will be facing KZ in February for the Open the Dreamgate belt. They are actually investing in their future, Dragon Gate. It's taken you 65 years. I'm proud of you. I'm really proud. Really proud of them. But yeah, Apollo Crews is fucking great. I remember when I first watched him, he was in Evolve, and he was having banger matches there, like really great. And then he just came to NXT, and it just kind of all plummeted down. But I think him going to AEW, I think would be great. I would think would be great.
Boom Boom, you have anything to add?
No, I think Apollo Crews, I think there's somebody that they're maybe starting to kind of come around on. It's taken them like almost a fucking decade, but yeah, it's WWE's finally starting to come around on him. And now that they're coming around on him, I don't know if he'll actually be anxious to leave, because it looks like maybe his better days are ahead for him. But no, if he doesn't and he comes to AEW, I think it'd be a great addition. I would really love to see him just go back to his roots and just show him what he can really do. Just really shine. So yeah, I think that would be a great addition.
All right. Do you guys have any guys you would get from AEW, or are we going live comments?
I've got my one that we skipped.
All right, go
Cesaro.
ahead.
I'll go Cesaro.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't even need to explain that, do you? Really?
Yeah. Enough said.
Live comments.
If there's any justice in this world, he would be WWE champion.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Booms, you want to add another guy, or you want to go to live comments?
Yeah, my one guy I want to add here to that list would be Chad Gable.
Oh, interesting.
Because I mean, right now it looks like I'm thinking Jason Jordan's done. I think his injuries are a lot worse than what they're letting on. And
can I just add in something there, Boom Boom?
okay.
I think I agree with that. If he doesn't show up at the Royal Rumble, they might just be kayfabing it so that it's a shock entrant.
Well, I mean, that could, you could be absolutely right.
Dude, that would take long-term booking, Dave. That would actually take some like really good, writing and some good actual, thought process. Let's hold your fucking foot, dude.
I want to apologize. I'm the idiot. Stump the idiot's named after me. We named the channel Coco. We named the channel KocoSports for my last name. We named the show Stump the Idiot for my first name. My name is Idiot Coco. All right. I'm an idiot. Main warning, Benjamin T on Twitter. Much love for the like and the retweet. I don't know if he retweeted us. Maybe. I'm not sure. I maybe I'm giving him too much credit. The like. Appreciate it. Much love. On Facebook, thanks for the people liking our link. And now to the live comments. Zach Rowe, I think they should produce a show similar to MLW. I watched an MLW show. I enjoyed it a lot. I think they have to do less promos. I thought that was way too many promos. And not only that, but you're like, bro, for real? This is what you're going to put on the air? I watched the episode where it was Teddy Hart, and I love Teddy Hart. If loving Teddy Hart is wrong, I don't want to be right. I love Teddy Hart more than a straight man should. All right? It was him versus Pentagon. And I don't know. I was just expecting so much more. Like, it's Teddy Hart versus Pentagon Jr. And I'm like, that was good. I would keep watching it. I think I'd dabble my toes in it and check in. But MLW back in the day was amazing. So I'm going to check it out more. But my first review of it was my dream match didn't live up to my dreams. And the promo was just too much. Like, I was at a nightclub. I'm being sarcastic, but I was at a nightclub, and this other wrestler that no one knows poked me in the eye with his penis. I'm like, bro, fucking just get to a goddamn match. What the fuck is going on? But I don't know. That was just my opinion of it. Overall, even though I was a bit negative, still enjoyed it. I'll check it out again. 3.5 stars. Would check out again. All right. Some more live comments. You'll have the chance. Okay, moving on. John Cena. John Cena will go to AEW. Is there like a record to see how many times we'll say it? That's from Ken John. Zach Rowe. For Neely, I think Lashley's got it as good as he got. He'd get on Impact. Pretend I read those words right, Zach Rowe. Man, we're way behind. We're still talking about Bobby Lashley. Boobs, you light up the chat with your Bobby Lashley pick. One of the main issues with WWE is that they're stuck on the idea of going by a formula. Wrestlers don't have the opportunity to grow outside of the E of what they expect them to be. Jamie Weisner says AEW could do sports-oriented wrestling show with a little entertainment thrown in. Full Entertainment Media says AJ will end up in AEW, and so we'll see him Punk, and yes, John Cena will go. All right, well, John Cena's going to fucking AEW, according to the fucking Internet Infantry chat. He was good at Impact. All right, I'm skipping a lot of this stuff because I'm noticing
if anything says John Cena's going to AEW, just skip it.
All right, UFC is not sports entertainment. It's sports and it's entertainment. It's done way better. It's actually what real pro wrestling should be. It's sports entertainment. Like, I know people are like, oh, it's because it's fucking real. It's as real as it gets. Yeah, but then why the fuck do the ranking systems mean absolutely nothing? Why do the pay-per-view matters? If it was a sport and not sports entertainment, and we're not saying it's fake. I don't want people to be like, UFC isn't fake. Like, Jesus Christ. But it's sports entertainment. And the reason why it's sports entertainment is because in a real sport, if the Super Bowl sucks and it's two unpopular teams, guess what the fucking Super Bowl is? If it's two fighters who fucking suck and no one gives a shit, oh, put in Connor, put in GSP, put in the Spider, BJ Penn, come out of retirement. That's what makes it sports entertainment. And not only that, but it's also entertaining to watch. And I was also talking about the pre-show. Like the countdowns and all that. It's sports entertainment.
Dude, it's promos. They cut promos. They cut promos in the press conferences. They fucking cut promos.
Yeah. Rest in peace, HBO Boxing. Yes, rest in peace, HBO. Man, I'm so sad about that. MMA is a real sport. We know this. But it's not run like a real sport. If it was ran like a real sport, they wouldn't just someone wouldn't come out of like George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre's keep coming back and then getting these great matches wouldn't happen in a real sport. You would have to build your way up. You know, no one's going to go, oh, the Hartford Whalers were popular. They're back. Put them in a championship game. Like,
dude, if it was sports entertainment and McGregor wouldn't have had the chance to cut all the promos and do all the press conferences he's done, McGregor wouldn't be the star he is today, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Like, who
we're
go,
not saying it's predetermined. I think that's where people are making a mistake. No. But if it was a sport, the number one contender would fight the number two contender, and then they would go to the championship. That does not happen. And if it does happen, barely ever. Barely ever. So, I mean, yeah, so MMA is a real sport, but it's also sports entertainment. I predict they will get you on next. All right. This is kind of interesting. Full Entertainment Media. For about 82 weeks, they will go out of business and someone will buy them. It's a possibility. I showed some love from the Internet Infantry. Thanks, Ronald Booth. Jamie Weiser says, I heard Showtime is getting out of boxing. God damn it, boxing's dying. That makes me sad. Yuri Blake. If Dolph doesn't leave, he's dead to every wrestling fan. I agree with that, Yuri, at least in my eyes. Do you guys agree? Like, I mean, Booms. Mm-hmm. We've been doing this for a while. We've been loving Dolph Ziggler for a while, but we kind of gave up.
Yeah.
If he doesn't leave to go to AEW or test the waters, he just doesn't exist in my eyes. Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, it's pretty much what we said last time. You know, it's just like he just does what he's told, and they promise him all this stuff. They even give him like a little championship reign to kind of like, to kind of sweeten the pot, to kind of make sure he stays. He does, and then he goes right back to doing the exact same stuff he's always done. So if he if he re-signs with him, he's a fucking idiot at this point, or he can't complain, I should say.
Angel D. La Roca says, I would take Seth Rollins, Tony Ness, Lashley, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Daivari, and Ricochet. Jay Weiser, wasn't All In's AEW's first show? Kind of not.
Dude, I read apparently Ring of Honor own the footage for that. Apparently, according to fucking Dirty Dave Meltzer, apparently Ring of Honor, because obviously it's streamed on Honor Club or whatever the name of their subscription thing is. Apparently, Ring of Honor actually
and it also aired on New Japan World.
Yeah, but apparently because Sinclair didn't they broadcast and produced
they used
it?
the same production crew.
Yeah, so apparently Ring of Honor actually own the footage for All In, so it's not their first show.
Full Entertainment is laughing because we're marking out CM Punk. We always say we're passionate fans.
How dare us?
I know, it's so funny. One of us is training for a wrestler, and one of us has been paid by WWE, and one of us has run his own promotion. But we've always said we're passionate fans. And yeah, I mark out. Like, I want to mark out.
Yeah, dude, it's fun. Like when I'm at training, you know, it's like focus, wrestling. But then when I'm home, I'm a fan. You know, when I'm watching the stuff, I've been told to look out for certain things. You know, Dave Meltzer's footwork. Like it is how it is. But at the end of the day, I'm a fan. And whilst I'm not, you know, touring the world, whilst I'm still in training, I am a fucking fan, and I love being a fan, and it's fun, and doing this is fun. I don't get why I'm not going to come on here and fucking break down a match like a training wrestler. That's just bullshit. No one wants to hear that. No one gives a fuck. They want to hear my opinion as a fan.
Yuri Blake, CM Punk opening AEW. The earth will echo with the collective coming of every wrestling fan to fapping on a global scale. Possibility. James Wisner, it might be a real sport, but we're pushing. They do push the entertainment aspect of things quite a lot. Full Entertainment says he's laughing, but he loves us. Zach Rowe, James Wisner, kind of, but not really. It was more of a standalone thing. All right. Zach Rowe, Kenta should go back to Noah, and Tozawa should go back to Dragon Gate. I kind of agree with that, but a little stop would be nice. But yeah. But I also feel the same way about Nakamura. I don't think Nakamura would be on any of my list. He should just go back to New Japan. What's good, everything? What did I miss? Rick 1982. We've been reading a lot of comments and talking about who should go to AEW if we were running AEW from WWE. Like, we're cherry picking. All right, I'm gonna read how many more? 3 more, 4 more. Booms. How many more?
We just read the rest of them.
All right. We're going to go fast. Cut me off if you want to say something. 2019 will be the year Noah makes a comeback. I just want the aggression to start teaming again. Kenta could be in New Japan. That would be nice. But I don't know. It wouldn't be as special. Even though I'm a New Japan fan, it would be nice for New Japan. I think tears of joy would happen if Kenta showed up in another ring. Imagine Kenta versus Kano, or he's just really.
Oh, dude.
I know this sounds bad. I haven't kept up with Noah since Kenta left.
Dude, I'm not even joking with you. Like, we're saying this on the show. I think it was we did a kind of a guide to fans who don't watch.
I haven't watched it yet, but I watched out for the title. I definitely would check it out.
And we were like comparing like top end of the cards, and we like read out the list of Noah's fucking top end of the card. Fuck, like we kept going. We're like main event, incredible talent, main event. Dude, they've rebuilt, and Keno is going to be the fucking man. Their current GHC heavyweight champion is 22 years old and is out of this world. Like, honestly, it's fucking great. You should watch it.
James Wisner, I don't think there's space for him. Plus, I need to see him go back home. Is Shinsuke Nakamura going to AEW? I don't think so, but it's better than what he's doing now. You know? I just feel embarrassed for him. Prince Devitt. We're talking about John Cena turning heel. Okada. Yeah, Okada would be awesome. I love Okada more than a straight man should, but I just don't see him leaving home. First time I saw Yuhan Nation was Evolve 10. Loved him in Dragon Gate. He fit nicely in a Tribe Vanguard. WWE doesn't know how to do good storylines or good entrance into Rumbles. There's too many wrestlers from WWE NXT that I'd love to see show up at AEW. Sports Talk with Lee. I'm sorry I'm not plugging you. I'm just trying to get through these enough, but yeah. Appreciate Rick 1982, James Wisner, all the guys leaving comments. I love some guys who could oppose the elite guys. Epic, Primo, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Randy Orton. Perfect heel. Yeah, you had me.
Randy Orton. Come on.
Randy Orton. Zach Bro, you could have a job in the industry and still be a fan. I agree. If Epico and Primo were brought in, but you'd have to get Carlito. I'd love to see Carlito make a comeback. I totally fucked up that comment, but I think that was the point. What about John Cena being anti-AEW guys as heel at AEW? I just think I don't know. Let's talk John Cena. The chat room's going crazy. I would just be disappointed. I would stop watching. Like, it wouldn't be like, oh my God, is he like, there's nothing John Cena could do. John Cena could be like, hey, listen, guys, Dave Koco has a channel on Koco Plays. Go subscribe to it. I'm paying him $2 million a year to play NHL on his fat ass. And I'd be like, boo this man. Like, there's nothing he could possibly do to make me cheer him. Or maybe even watch. Like, it would be like, dun, 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 click, and just walk away. Be like, oh, well, fucking, that was fun while it lasted. Okay. You want to talk about the big John Cena in the room? Talking Hogan NWO style. Does it work?
Yes. I just don't think that big match Johnny Boy will ever leave. I just don't think he will ever go.
To leave.
Like, why would you leave that? Like, why would you leave, like, to go wrestle Kenny Omega? Like, bro.
It would be different if he had talent. Like, I mean,
it's not even that. It's not even that. It's like, if he came over, like, yeah, it would be cool seeing him do this. You know, this, and like, I've been sent here to kill your company, blah 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 blah. That could be a really fucking cool story. But at the same time, it's like, why would you leave everything he's built for what, nearly 2 decades he's built, and he's gonna throw it all away to go wrestle Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks? Like, come on now.
Booms, do you have anything to say about Johnson? Booms, by the way, this is the sleepiest I think I've ever seen you.
No, I'm awake. You know, I have my cup of coffee. I'm up. I'm good to go.
All right, Booms, what do you got? John Cena.
Well, first of all, I don't think John Cena would go because I think he's straight up said that he's a WWE guy. That's where he's going to start his career. It's where he's going to end his career. I don't really see him leaving now. Maybe, and this is the only thing that I could see, and this is this would be a long shot. I can maybe see him doing a one-off.
Yeah.
A one-off match with either like Omega or Cody, somebody like that.
But the issue with that is WWE will want something back. So Cena does one there, Omega does one there.
Contract's up. I'm just saying. I'm assuming his contract's going to be up. I mean, come to think of it, I don't think he's ever going to not be under contract. Now that
he's probably under like a 25-year deal. Shit like that.
And when that expires and he can't wrestle, he's going to sign under a Legends contract. So yeah. But then again, I mean, Jerry Lawler still wrestles. And he's still employed by him, so maybe I could see something.
Because they're independent contractors, aren't they? They could, in theory, wrestle elsewhere with WWE's permission. Yeah, they can wrestle elsewhere. But why would you? Why would you?
Look at what's going on at Evolve.
Yeah, like, why would, like, in a serious note, like, if you're wrestling 5 days a week, why on your 2 days off with your family would you go, hey, look, I want to go wrestle for Georgia Championship Wrestling, like, in front of 25 people? Like, you wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't.
Foster Club says Finn Balor. Sports Talk with Lee. There are other obvious choices like Samoa Joe. Oh, that's a good one. I'm picking
that's
him
a good
now.
show.
Samoa Joe. Just leave. Kevin Owens, El Generico, Ono, and Adam Cole. I think Samoa Joe would do the best. I think El Generico would be amazing because I mark out for him. I think Kevin Owens is in a good spot. I wouldn't have Kevin Owens leave. Like, if I was his agent, I'd be like, okay, just sit tight. Sit tight. Bump butts with Triple H or do whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? But Samoa Joe is a lock. Yeah. Good call. Who was that? Sports Talk with Lee. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. The Foster Club. I would think AEW partner with Pro Wrestling Noah if New Japan doesn't work with them. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Apparently it's DDT. Apparently that's one that they're apparently going to get with DDT. Which would make sense.
The Foster Club. Imagine if the Young Bucks versus the Revival, but Jim Cornette comes out in the Revival and heel it up on the Bucks. Oh, Foster Club. That was Boom Boom's idea, like 2 seconds into the podcast. Boom Boom, are you Foster Club? Foster Club, are you Boom Boom? They're talking about Jim Cornette. The point is
that poor bastard's probably they're like, I came up with this great idea. They're gonna fucking love it. I can't wait for them to get to my live chat. Oh, Davey bastard.
Sorry. Full Entertainment Media says the point is you'd boo him. Maybe other people would. I know personally I would turn it off and walk away. I waited too long for John Cena. I waited for too long for John Cena to just step down and go away. And then they replaced him with Roman Reigns, and I'm like, I'm out.
He put Balor over Clean on Monday. And
yeah,
apparently he wanted
doesn't exist because I don't watch that. Was it on the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania? No, it wasn't. But still, way to go, big match, John. Doing shit way too late. The hate for Cena is real. Yeah, I think it's. At one time I hated Cena, but like now that I'm searching for inner peace, I just act like he doesn't exist. Like I literally can't see him.
I like Big Match Johnny Boy. I put it on the record. I like Big Match Johnny Boy. He's so smart. Like if you look at the way he works, like he could wrestle that style till he's 120. Like literally, he's not a great wrestler. He's a great worker, and I respect that. And I just respect it. I think again, it's different. Like because like for example, I shouldn't talk about training, but in training, like we're talking about how Hogan and Andre at Mania 3, if you look at it, was not a good match, but they are great workers and did the best of what they had. And that's Big Match Johnny Boy. He's not a great wrestler. He does the best of what he can. And that's his, character. That's his veins bulging out like a pack of hemorrhoids. It's shit like that. I respect it.
Not me. I just fucking don't. Not at all. Fuck him. Let's put it this way. My biggest fucking fantasy in the world is to become so famous that I go on a talk show and they're like, hey dude, you like pro wrestling, right? Famous random guy. And I'm like, yes, I do. And like, here's a pro wrestler. And John Cena comes out and I'm like, no, he's not. Like on the Oprah Winfrey show. Like, no, I'm not shaking your fucking hand. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck him. Fuck him, dude. And know why I fuck him? Because he killed something I loved. And for inner peace, he just doesn't exist. Booms, do you have anything to add or keep reading comments?
I just keep reading comments.
The point of booing him is he is a heel. I wouldn't boo him. I just wouldn't watch him. I think if Cena jumped and did a blatant ripoff of the NWO Hogan storyline, people would yell stale. Possibility. I think so. Anyone that jumped the ship from WWE to AEW, I would see blackballed from the E. I don't see Jericho being blackballed.
Yeah, I'm about to say, okay, AJ Styles, jumped ship to AEW, then his contract expires and says, I want to come back. WWE's not going to welcome him back. Oh, okay, he'll go to New Japan. That pretty much goes for anybody. Or they're going to go to Ring of Honor.
Yeah, and one thing is we bust Vince's balls on this show a lot. Mm-hmm. But one thing is, he dropped out. Okay. We bust his balls a lot, but the one thing that, you have to give him props for his marketing, and you have to give his props how he would just forgive people. You know what I mean? He's just like, all right, dude, we can make $6 off. Yeah, it's okay. All's forgiven. Shane McMahon had a twin brother at one time, but you killed him. It's okay. We can get 3 more subscribers to the WWE network. No one liked Shane 2 anyway. And Shane's like, but I'm Shane 2. Shut up, Shane 2. Rest in peace, Shane 1. John Cena on the first show or CM Punk on the first show equals 3.0. I hope so. I just wouldn't watch week 2 if John Cena showed up. MSG card? Maybe. Depends on if WWE locks it down again. Zach Rose says, I think AEW partner with Dragon Gate is more likely because of OWE. I hope so. Foster Club says, damn it. JC and Revival, new name would be great. Is Cena high fives Dave's kids? He would sacrifice his kids. Full entertainment. Hold on. Let's see. Full entertainment. I don't know why YouTube blocks comments. You really think John Cena is going to live by 120? Laughing my ass off. Wait, what's that question?
It was a joke. No, dude. Remember I said that if his contract expires, then he'll wrestle until he's like 120.
Gotcha. Sorry about that.
Oh, I was joking. I don't actually think that.
Dude, I'm punch drunk. I don't even remember that conversation. You're like, what? That was like 10 minutes ago? As boom booms. Like, that was 10 minutes ago. Dave forgot about it.
Dude, I use that as an excuse at work for everything now, dude. It's pissing people off at work. They're like, "You forgot." I'm like, "I'm punch drunk." What is punch drunk? Is that where you get, concussed and dropped on your head a lot? You're not punch drunk. Like, yes, I am. Prove it. Like, oh, fuck's sake. You're evil, Dave.
Cena put over Bray Wyatt on a smack. Hold on. Not so fast, my friends. This is for Sports Talk with Lee. Cena put over Bray Wyatt on a SmackDown 2 that didn't do much for Bray. It has to be a feud that gets someone over. Full Entertainment Media says, I actually admire John Cena. I never thought this much John Cena would come from a who would you take from WWE if you were AEW show. The chat takes this however they want to take it. I actually admire John Cena, and I am the group that hates the WWE. Maybe I don't hate Cena because I don't watch WWE. That's a good chance. I don't know. I never understand the Cena hate, but it's just a guy that was given everything, and I don't know. I don't even want to explain it. It's fucking John Cena. Yeah, I don't know. It's John Cena. Okay, will you review I'm going to mispronounce his name, and I apologize. Izuku's retirement. If you could come full circle.
Yeah. Course.
Oh, yeah.
Course.
Yeah.
February 21st.
Can I say something that's very unpopular?
Mm-hmm.
I love New Japan, and I respect retirement matches. I was never a fan of his, ever.
Not even when he was younger. Not the fucking butt plug he has now. The fucking claw.
I don't know, man. You know what it is? I think the butt plug version of him ruined all my memories of him. I just saw him come out and he bit some people and he hit people with tinfoil and he's like, oh, it's one of those things. I love New Japan, but him and Taichi, I'm just embarrassed of. All the time, I'll be watching with my bear friend over there, and I'll be like, this part's not New Japan. She's like, but it's part of the pay-per-view. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not fucking part of the pay-per-view.
I'll be doing a respectful Lysica review show with Dave not invited. Dave will not be invited.
Yeah. I don't know. He's old, so I think we should respect him, but holy shit, was he fucking embarrassing. Just fucking embarrassing. I know it's unpopular, but yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's one of those things. You ever have an opinion and you know it's so unpopular that you just feel like you instantly apologize? He might have been great, but dude, he just came out. Remember the announcer, he would take off his clothes and fucking chop them and dress him up as Draymond.
That's funny.
No, it's not. None of that was enjoyable. All of it was embarrassing. Everything. LK's like, what? I'm not allowed to. I personally think if you could get Cena and you're all elite, you bet you'd have to do it. I guess, yeah. I just wouldn't watch. I'm just saying, business-wise, go for it. But I wouldn't watch. And it's kind of like one of those things. If, something's super successful, that doesn't mean I have to watch it. That right there should be WWE's now new fucking forever. The new logo is WWE. If something's successful, that doesn't mean I have to watch it. Bravo. Someone that can make memes, make that happen.
Dude, my door just went. It'll be 5 seconds, right? Well, I'll be 2
no
minutes.
problem.
My door just went.
If you never watched WWE, you'll never understand the hatred for John Cena. John Cena is the antithesis, I can't say that word, of everything I love about wrestling. Can't stand him. Yuri Blake says, hey, bear friend. Bear friend! Yuri Blake says hello. She waved. I've always liked Taichi, even after the scandal with his wife. And good news, boys. I'm coming to my first ever WrestleMania. So much love. Booms, we're all caught up. Booms. Yeah. Booms, we did it. Booms, do you still hate the comments?
No, I hate you reading them.
Oh, what, do you want to read them? Do you want to take over? Hot tag to you, Boom. I'm here to cheer you up, Booms.
Yes, I'd like to take over. So
I am officially stepping down from reading the comments for the rest of the episode. But if you want to surpass Boom Boom and you have a legit question, at KocoSports on Twitter, and I'll do a separate Stump the Idiot without Boom Boom. And I'll read all the comments. All right, Booms, drive the bus.
All right, guys. I think we're at pick 4, number 5 right now. Yeah, this is gonna call around about. LK, your pick.
LK stepped out. Boom, boom.
Oh, sorry. Maybe it'd help if I pulled up the actual. Oh, sorry. I just saw his logo go down. All right, Dave, who you got? Here's your next pick. 4.
Oh, this is tough. Oh, I mean, I was scrolling through this thing. Can I pick two? If not, I'll save the other one. I think Tyler Breeze.
Oh, okay.
I think Tyler Breeze. I just think
underrated guy.
I think he's really good in the ring. I think WWE doesn't even know he's on the roster, and I think if they keep with the theme, the entertainment of being the elite, I think he'll blend in perfectly. I think he can hold his own. I think he can go with that entertainment, and it would be interesting. So Tyler Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Booms, your next guy.
My next pick would be a tag team. I'm going to pick Gallows and Anderson. I mean, I just think I think these guys are kind of like they've been to the mountaintop. They're kind of realizing WWE's not all it's cracked up to be. So I can actually see them, going, yeah, we're really not interested in your money, Bob. We're going to go where we have fun. They can go in there and immediately start feuding with the Young Bucks. I mean, think about it. I mean, it's just, look at what you've done. You look at what you did to what we created, talk about Bullet Club. And now, you've made a mockery of it. Now now that you're heavyweights, we're going to treat you like heavyweights. And then boom, there you go. There's your feud right there. Bucks and Gallows and Anderson.
Gotcha. So, do you just want to keep going with our picks and wrap this up? Because I don't know when LK's returning.
Yeah.
LK's returned. Okay. I'm like, I don't know when he's returning. Let's wrap this up. Fuck that guy. LK, welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
It was a shout out to the Royal Mail postman. Good job.
Yeah. All right. This will be pick number 4 for you.
Oh, dude, we still got 2 more picks. We've been going out there for an hour and a half, and we're already done.
I know, because somebody had to read every fucking syllable in the goddamn comments.
Who was that? Who was the guy that read all the comments?
I'm not going to name names, but his name rhymes with Dave Koco.
Here's the thing. Seriously, I know LK jokes about it, but I'm like legit concussion punch drunk. Out of all 3 of us, I think I'm the worst one to read the comments. I'm just halfway through. I'm like, hey, dude, can't read that word. I know what the word means. Can't say it out loud. All right. Okay, who are you picking, brother?
I'll go Andrade Cien Albus.
Oh, that's a really good pick.
I've really enjoyed his stuff with Mysterio the past few weeks. I haven't watched SmackDown. I just watched that match. Hence why I didn't review it. But yeah, he's had a really good match. I think he'd do really well over there.
All right, real quick, going to do comments, then we're going to do our 5th and final pick here. Fifth and final pick. God damn it. Let's pretend I can fucking talk today. Zach Rowe says, I have mixed feelings with Azuka. Sometimes he was annoying, sometimes he was entertaining. Zach Rowe, kind of likes that I get through there more efficiently on the comments. There you go.
Zach Rowe, you betrayed me. No. All right, go ahead, Boobs.
Emma Rockers, think about CM Punk standing in the middle of the ring, cutting the shoot promo on WWE. He's going to go through the motion saying how he hates that idea. She also says John Cena is the best. John Cena's music hits. John Cena simply says it's not an idea, it's that I am the best. Punk, it's an idea that you're the best, and it's an idea set in the elite that everyone knows. I'm the only one who's elite. Oh, okay, she's talking about maybe like a CM Punk Cena thing. I honestly don't see either one of them going to AEW. I really don't. Let's see. They're talking about, Yuri Break is talking about TM61 coming over to AEW. I think was it Mikey Nichols? Yeah, Mikey Nichols just asked for his release. From what I understand, he went back to Australia. His son was born, and he just basically called WWE and said, "Yeah, I'm not leaving."
I respect that. You got to respect that.
I actually, under the circumstances, I really do respect that. All right, so now we're going to go with pick number 5. LK, go ahead and start with you. Who's your 5th and final pick here?
Luke Harper. Haven't seen that chap in like 50
nice.
Years.
Good pick. Well,
but still under contract?
Yeah, I think
I guess so.
Bludgeon Brothers are set to return.
Oh, they're out. What were they? One of them injured?
Yeah, I think it was Rowan who got hurt.
Fair.
All right, what about you, Koco?
Honorable mention Ricochet, but this one fits so perfect. Sasha Banks. Like, she's just not living up to her potential. She could cut the promo. She could do the matches. And I could see her being a badass. I mean, I was thinking about Natalya, but seriously, look at her. She doesn't have
Wow.
pride anymore.
Wow.
You made
Wow.
me feel guilty because now that I think about it, now that you brought that one up, I realize I hadn't picked any women, but
You're a sexist.
I know. Maybe
Apologize. Do you even shave with Gillette? I don't even know what the fuck is going on in the world anymore.
Gillette, the best an incel can get.
The PC culture cut you off, at least on my at my house.
Yeah. My fifth and final pick, I'm going to go with Rusev. I just think he's a huge fan favorite that people think, is getting the short end of the stick over in WWE. I think if he went over to AEW, I think the fans would if he comes up with an idea like Rusev Day in AEW, my God, it's going to go over like gangbusters and they're just going to fucking roll with it. That's another thing I feel like AEW is going to do is that if they see that they're onto something, they're onto some money, they're like, hell, let's just go down the rabbit hole, see how far this thing goes, and see how much money we can make off of that. Let's not, stop somebody's fucking momentum just because we didn't come up with the idea. And I think like somebody like Rusev would be somebody who creatively could really thrive in a different promotion.
Very fair.
There you go. Hey guys, if you lose me, just keep going.
That's because the gotcha.
Yeah, no, just because my internet and computer is acting up a bit. So just keep going if you lose me. All right, go ahead, okay.
I've done my fifth one, haven't I?
Yep.
Are we done?
We're all done. We're all done. Good job, team.
We did it. We did it. Woo! Booms, any more live comments? Anyone want to plug Koco Plays?
Can we just put over the fact that like every other kind of topic of 5 video will go under 10 minutes anywhere on YouTube, whether it's talking about Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, fucking pornography, whatever the fuck it is, it'll always be under 10 to 15 minutes max. We went over an hour and a half talking about 5 wrestlers to jump ship from WWE to AEW.
And an hour of it was Dave Koco reading the comments.
Hey, I love the internet infantry. If loving the internet infantry is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Well, good, because you never are.
Probably.
I'll start scheduling my day like Dave time. Like, dude, just doing a quick Fave 5 video, probably just be about 2.5 hours. We'll be fine. Don't worry, guys. You wait up.
Yeah. Well, if Bear Friend leaves me, she'll know why. She'll be like, you podcast too much. Be like, I understand, Bear Friend. Like, there wouldn't even be a fight. Just Bear Friend's like, I'm leaving you. You podcast too much. It'd be like, I understand. Like, there's a going away present. Like, hey, here's a copy of Operation Freak Show. You are a wonderful girlfriend. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible human being. Thank you and good night. Oh, man. Any more live comments? We're wrapping this up. Booms, plug stuff, and make sure to mention Koco Plays at least 76 times. By the way, Koco Plays only has like 100 and something subscribers, but for the month, Koco Plays and KocoSports are getting the same amount of subscribers. Just let you know, Koco Plays is on its way up. It's on its way up.
Right, we need to start burying Koco Plays. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen.
Internet infantry, down in the comment section, please teach Dave how to start a Twitch channel. There you go.
No, I know I should be on Twitch, but the thing is, I have to be popular to be on Twitch. YouTube, you don't even have to be popular.
Dude, have you been on Twitch?
No, but like, dude, I think I am 92%
I gotta be popular to be on Twitch.
No, not so fast, my fellow friend. I think, here's the thing. I think, like, okay, hear me out. I am 92% sure you need so many subscribers or viewers or whatever they call it in their lingo for them to save the video. And I'm like, nah, YouTube saves the video no matter what. So
I think that is true. I think that is true.
I don't know. Someone who's smarter than us, subscribe to Koco Plays and tell me. Boom, boom. Plug other stuff besides Koco Plays.
Yeah, be sure to check us out, KocoSports.com, KocoSports.com. It's your home for combat sports, where the world goes to kick ass, and most importantly, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. Be sure to like, subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Hit the thumbs up and hit that notification bell because, well, we do these shows sporadically, so you want to know when we're coming on, and you can get your comments on, and Dave can read it and take like an hour to answer your question. Perfect time to do that. So check us out, KocoSports.com.
Okay.
I'll be back later tonight with we're doing a 0-1 review from the show that aired on the 10th, and then we're gonna do today's Fantasticomania show review. So look forward to that later this evening.
Give yourself 2 Barry Horowitzes, sir. I'm so proud of you, okay? I'm so glad you're back on the team. Boom, boom. Why aren't you doing reviews? Booms. The kid is back, and he's showing us up.
Yeah, I have time to watch stuff.
That is the problem.
There's always time. You can find
I have to have time to watch stuff, and then plus there has to be something I actually want to see.
That's the issue.
I might do reviews of 205 and NXT, but still, there's time.
Dude, no word of a lie. I got through 205. That's why I said I'll check my notes earlier. I watched 205. I got halfway through NXT. I was going to do an NXT and 205 live review every week. I was thinking maybe every week do an NXT and 205
if you want, I mean, we could talk now. It doesn't matter. But I'll join you on 205 and then maybe join you in NXT in the future. I just want to focus. I love cruiserweight wrestling. So I'll check out 205. I'll be like the 205 guy and then the New Japan guy. So there you go. That'll be me. I love how that it's my channel and I'm like giving myself like 2 small jobs. All right. So I'll watch 205. I'll watch New Japan. The rest is on you. Booms. I love you, man. I wish you weren't so cranky. You're a little cranky. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah,
maybe I'm too positive, but you know.
No. You've been rubbing off on me.
Oh, that's the old Dave. This is inner peace Dave. All right? Because I play Koco Plays. Like, comment, subscribe. Seriously, guys. I love Koco Plays so much, and not enough people watch. I don't want to say no one watches. Hikaru Lightning watches often. Besides Hikaru Lightning, not many people watch. Go check out Koco Plays. It's actually amazingly fun. I don't know if it's fun for you guys. Boom Boom, have you ever watched an episode of Koco Plays?
I have not.
I fucking hate you.
I watched. It was Okada versus Goto, I think, and you tagged me in the Twitter thing.
That sounds like
Okada and Goto, and you fucking lost like 3 times in a row. And I was like, "You're so shit."
It's so legit. I'm not that good at games.
And you were there like, "Please don't be the blue bar. Please don't be the blue bar. Fuck, it's the blue bar." I was like, "Oh, this is stupid."
It's true. I did lose my title to Goto. But you know what? Dude.
You were like, should I do the rematch? Should I do a rematch? We'll do a rematch. I've lost again.
Then here's the crazy part. Like, you know, like they're like, oh, wrestling's hard. I legit am 66. I'm 66 episodes in, probably easily 200 matches. I'm 66 episodes in, 200 matches. The only person I play as is Okada. And I have a notebook of like 900 storylines going on. How hard is it to book a fucking wrestling company? You fucking idiots suck. I have one guy. I have to base the whole show on Okada. And you motherfuckers can't even put up good storylines? You should be ashamed of yourself.
I just picture you having this notebook with like Koco Plays sticker on, do not look inside sticker on for your girlfriend. And you just said like,
bear friend, can I ask you one question on air? Do I legit have a Koco Plays Fire Pro Wrestling notebook? Bear friend confirmed. Bear friend confirmed. Because, dude, and the thing is, I have too many storylines. He's like at 900 storylines. Like I come back to the notebook. I'm like, oh shit, that happened like 8 episodes ago. Will people remember? And Hikaru Lightning's like, I'm the only guy watching. I remember. I love you, Hikaru Lightning. Wherever you are.
I refuse to watch your ice hockey videos though, because I just don't.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like, comment, subscribe on Koco Plays. You can like, comment, subscribe on this channel if you want. That's on you. But Koco Plays is awesome. All right, Booms. You want to read any live comments? You want to wrap this up?
Nope. Kill it. We're done.
All right. If you want live comments, go to Koco Plays or tweet me at KocoSports. Everyone who watched us, much love. Appreciate it. LK, thank you for your hard work. Boom, boom. I hope you still love me, man. After all these years, we've been doing this for 976 years. Yep. Some years more successful than others. I love you, boom, boom. I love you. There. With that, I am over. Hey, what up? Boom, boom. Are you taking a call from Vince McMahon right now? Breaking news. It's Vince McMahon. Vince, don't take Boom Boom. He's like, I heard all elites going after KocoSports Boom Boom. Vince, don't take Boom Boom. Vince, don't take Boom Boom. All right. With that, I am going to be on Koco Plays soon. I am over. Hey.